Books, books, books. I just love books. And I love the adventures that they take me on, the journeys, the other worlds in history to the future, all these amazing things that just come from just sitting and reading a book. And today I want to share with you some of my favorite chapter books. Hi, I'm Michaela and welcome to Learning Life. Thank you for joining me today and thank you for your support through your likes and your comments and sharing and subscribing. Well, I love books, no doubt about that. And today I want to share with you some of my favorite chapter books. In a previous video, I did my favorite picture books. Well, today I want to move up in the world because, you know what? Why not? Why not learn about some of these books? Now, when it comes to books, it's really hard for me to sort of limit. I could be here all day sharing with you so many books that I love, but I did limit myself. You'll be pleased to know. Now, I do have a number one all-time favorite, and that is Winnie the Pooh. This will always hold that place in my heart. This was the book that I learnt to read from. And I come back to again and again, that bear of very little brain who lives with his friends deep in the 100-acre wood. And it has been a treasure my entire life. And it is something that I love to just turn back to. The imagination, his poems and things, the little songs that he makes up. We've got Kangaroo, Tigger, Eeyore, Rabbit. I think I've related with all of them at some point. So Winnie the Pooh. Or Windy the Pooh, as my girls call him. And we're going to start reading this one soon. We've been working on some other chapter books, and I can't wait for them to really discover who Winnie the Pooh is. Next, we have the Harry Potter books. This can still be a little controversial all these years later. Now, as you can see, this one is the Philosopher's Stone. Yes, this is the British version. In fact, the first 4 books, I have the British versions, and the last 3, I have the American version. So it's interesting to see the little changes. But I love these books. Now, let me just say, I don't think that these are children's books. And sometimes people question me on that. I love the way that they are written. I think that they are some great stories, but there are also some themes in there that really are not for younger children, even if they can read at this grade level. Now, I do love the way that they are written, for the way that these stories just come out, the character development. And in fact, these are books that I probably read about once a year if I just need to just sit back and just really enjoy. These are the books that I come to. Now, I think that these are great to start off with reading them to your children or with your children. Read them together so that you can discuss what's going on. That's the great thing about books. They can open up so many great discussions, and I really do think that the Harry Potter books are ones that can do that. And we have Beverly Cleary and her Ramona books. I can't wait to start reading these with my girls. We're actually finishing off some other chapter books. Oh, Ramona and Beezus. Yep, the little sister that's impossible. I really related to her when I was little. I grew up reading the Ramona books as well. I grew up reading a lot of books, but I do love the Ramona books. She is so relatable on so many levels. Even as an adult, I look at her and I think, oh yeah, Ramona. But fun and adventure as Ramona grows up and learns so much about herself. And then we have Charlotte's Web. Oh, a spider and her pig. I remember the first time that I read it. We have Wilbur and all that he's going through, and just this friendship and what he learns from that as he realizes just how he is loved. And of course, I love the goose and the TEERRRIFFCCCCC, and that spells terrific. Beautifully written. Such a great book, and you can see why they've made movies of it. But this is one for grown-ups and children alike, a fantastic read aloud to do together. And then as well, it's something that your child can curl up with and come back to time and time again. It's a classic. This book will never go out of style. And then we can't go by without my Anne. I love my Anne with an E. I love the history in these books. I love how Anne really discovers who she is. This orphan who was taken in and loved. I love her imagination and the way that she just lets it go wild. I love that she doesn't lose it as she gets older. I love the richness of the way that it is written as we watch this orphan really come true to herself, and as she grows up. Gilbert, what's not to love about Gilbert? These books are fantastic. I love the series, all 7 of them. Again, a series that I'll come back to time and time again to read, especially if I just need to just sit back and just read something that is truly a friend. Now, I have friends that love the movie series, but have never read the books. Guess what? Read the books. They are even better. So much better. I even think that there's things in there the boys can get out of it. It's not a romance book. But it's so great to learn about Prince Edward Island and all of those things, and the history of it is just rich and it's fun. Now, as I said, I could keep going and going and going and going and going, but I won't. I said that I wouldn't, but I want to give a few other sort of quick high mentions because they're just great. I love the Percy Jackson books. These ones actually really spurred me to learn more about Greek mythology. So thank you, Rick Riordan, for that. The Percy Jackson books are great. Kane Chronicles as well, also by Rick Riordan. Another one, I know I've talked about this before in a previous video, the City of Ember books. I love this one. Just the mystery and what are they going to find out and the adventure that it leads them on. And then there's ones like The Secret Garden and The Little Princess. Oh, those classics. I love that they are still just something that can inspire and ignite and really get us thinking. Some of those classics, those are ones that we do need to be reading with our children. Chapter books, we can start them early. My girls are 5 and I'm already reading chapter books to them as they learn how a story can take more than 32 pages, that at the end of a chapter, maybe we're going to be moving on to something else. And that's what I love about chapter books. What's going to happen next? What could happen next? And of course, I am loyal, so I would say any book by Enid Blyton. Yep, she's a British author. I talked about her in my video on outdated books, but I love her books. I grew up reading them, and I still will read them, and we have a stack of them that my girls will read at some point. So many chapter books out there, and I know that I haven't touched on a lot of the young adult ones. There are so many more I could do for younger children, those middle levels. I really hope that maybe this has spurred you to thinking, what were my favorite chapter books when I was little, and could I read them with my children? I hope that you do. I hope that this just stirs up something to think, oh yeah, we can do this together. We can have read alouds. We do it at lunchtime while the girls eat. I read to them from a chapter book. It's really never too young to start. Don't think because they're not reading that they can't get something out of a chapter book, where a story can just come alive and take you on these journeys, take you on these adventures, bring you back into history, or take you to worlds unknown. Thank you so much for watching today. And if you like these videos and would like to see more, perhaps consider becoming a champion with Patreon. And if you have some favorite books, shoot me a message because I would love to hear what your favorite chapter books are. Thank you so much for watching.